the beautiful weapon, the Jacko Launcher. Now this, I believe, is the only way to get the Jacko Launcher, and I think you can only ever get one copy. Hello, I'm CammyG, and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World videos. Today we're going to be talking about dungeons. So this is going to be sort of what are dungeons, how do you do them, and why you should do them, with a few sort of tips and tricks here and there. We will be doing guides for each of the main dungeon types, so that, you know, the crypts here, Inferno, Grotto, Labyrinth, and then the bonus lab one. But yeah, we're going to go over just basically what it is, some tips and tricks, and then why you would want to do this, because you get crazy rewards from these missions. And I don't mean the dungeon rewards on the left there, those can kind of just be missed, but the rewards you get from the quest page. So if you go into your dungeons quest tab, you can see a whole list of, I mean, just look at the length of it, like, this is crazy. There's like 15 here. So yeah, let's break it down real quick into what these all are. But first off, let's go back to that map and just show, yeah, so basically, what is Dungeons? Dungeons is a game mode where you basically have to make it through a few different sort of levels, waves, I guess you could call them, in a dungeon. So you'll start outside the dungeon. You have to raise 3 monoliths, so these are the sort of cube monster spike-looking spawner things for the enemies, and you have to break 3 of those, collect a key for that, and then you have to collect a shadow key, which is effectively just a hide-and-seek key. It's just a key that you have to find around the map. So this first area is super simple, super quick. Once you've done that, you then take those keys to the gate, and that will put you into the first floor of the dungeon. Each of these dungeons has 4 floors. The first 3 are the same thing, you know, do 3 or 4 monoliths, and then the shadow key. And then the very final level, the 4th level, is a boss fight. Every single one has a boss fight, and they range in difficulty, range in type, and yeah, we'll go over that sort of stuff in more depth on the actual individual videos we do for each of the dungeons, but that is effectively what your dungeons are. So you have the 4 main types that we went over before, so Crypts, Inferno, Grotto, and Labyrinth. These were the 4 that came out when the game came out, I believe. Not when the game came out, but when Dungeons came out. And then the Lab is sort of a DLC, I guess you could call it, a sequel, a bonus level to it, which gives you even more rewards. So if we go back to our quest tab, go to Dungeons, these will be set up for those different types. So the first one you can see here is Crypts, then Inferno, Grotto, Labyrinth, and Lab. So the Crypts is like the basic one, that is just the regular base dungeon. It's the easiest, it's the most simple. Maybe not the easiest, but it's the most simple laid out. Inferno is pretty much the same. I'd say it's slightly longer, and it has fire involved. The Grotto is like a swampy version, a watery version. Again, a bit longer, I'd say. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's the hardest one. And then the Labyrinth is a maze. So this is like a haunted mansion type setting, and it is a maze, hence the name Labyrinth, because Labyrinth just means maze. And then the Lab, the bonus one, you are inside a lab. You could have guessed it. You were inside a lab. And like I say, I'll go over the individual ones separately, but yeah, they're the main, well, the 5 types of dungeons. So the rewards you get start with, if we go to Labyrinth, for example, and the Lab, I haven't done these yet on our alt account, so this is the first reward you can get for just completing 1 mission in either of these. As you can see, it gives you 100 gold and 250 candy. Now, as we go through all these, you'll be seeing candy. Let me just explain what that is. That is basically just the event tickets that you can use for Fortnite Mares Llamas. Now, these are very good. Let me just open 5 for you, and we'll show you what we're talking about. So we're going to open 5, which I've pretty much got these tickets over the past 2 days. And look at this loot. A hero, what does she do? Increases war cry duration. Beautiful. That is actually a different hero, I believe, and this is just like a Halloween costume type reskin. I think some of them might be unique. She is not unique, but that is a good hero to have. Good for MSK, it can be. You know, it can be good for regular missions. You might also notice we have a legendary survivor here. This is not a regular survivor. This is actually a troll. That is a troll. Basically the ones that when either in dungeons you get trapped, or in the base game when you go to pick up a blue glow and then a troll grabs it. That's the troll. It's a legendary survivor. This can go in your survivor squads, which is amazing for if you're in Stonewood, Plankton, maybe even Canny. You probably still need legendary survivors. And if you don't, you can recycle them for the manuals, and you know, you're good to go. There's also another thing that these are beautiful for, so personally, make sure you keep the legendary ones and don't recycle them. But I'll get to that in a minute. Then we have a weapon, so Black Drum. This is a very good weapon. The black metal weapons are all pretty good. And it's a legendary weapon, and yeah, there you go. A bunch of other stuff, you know, purple heroes, epic survivors, epic weapons, rare weapons, all the stuff you'll get in regular llamas or event llamas. And yeah, as I say, I got 5 of those just from like the past 2 days alone. If you're playing the ventures, if you're playing dungeons is a great way to get candy if we go back to the quests. So I just wanted to give motivation as to why you might want to play dungeons, because some people might just shrug it off, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, we're going to sort of go through that. But yeah, so the first quest will give you 100 gold, 250 candy. Then when you've got a part 2, like we have in the grotto, I've set this up nicely so that you can see how it works. The grotto part 2, for example, gives us Mer Monster Ken. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the part 2 of each one is, but I believe it is sort of this niche sort of weapon hero type reward. Then for part 3, you get 500 candy, 250 gold, and a banner. You might not care about the banner. I don't really care about the banners, but that gold and that candy, I mean, that's a llama. So you get 5 llamas from all these. And then after the part 3, you will then get a final one, as we have in the Inferno here, and this just gives a banner, I believe, for all of them, which is cool. You know, it's unique for each type of dungeon. The Inferno here is like a flaming sort of Krampus, I get. No, maybe not a Krampus, like a devil horn type looking ass thing. I mean, it's just, you can see the sort of banners here anyway, on the quests on the left. You'll get that type of thing. Now, that's not it. That's not all for Undungeons. Oh, no. That is not all. Now, I have done my daily today. Probably should have waited and recorded this first. That was kind of stupid. But at the top, above this one, you'll get a daily. This is the same for every person in the game. So if it's Inferno, it will be Inferno for everyone. I believe, anyway. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it will be the same for everyone, I believe. So that is beautiful. That gives great rewards as well. Gold, candy, and Battle Pass XP. It is very good. I recommend doing that every day if you can. If that's all you want to do, is just do that every day. Log in, one dungeon. You'll get a lot of rewards over the season. Trust me. I mean, it's 10 weeks. So that's 70 times, let's say it's 100 gold, 150 candy. That's a lot of bullets. That's a lot of stuff. Now, more quests. We have this one, which is just complete one of each of the type of base dungeons. So that's going to give you another 250 gold, 500 candy. Beautiful stuff. And a loading screen. The loading screen is kind of cool. Not going to lie. Decent stuff. The champion version is to do 140, which the rewards are very nice. 1k gold, 1k candy, and a banner. Now, if you're like me on the alt account and I'm in Plankton, power level 40, I'm not going to be able to access those. Now, obviously, you can ask for carries, which we might do in the Discord to try, because I'd like an extra 1k gold and 1k candy. Candy, not Gandhi. And yeah, so you could try that. Lab Expert is the same, but for the lab. So that is doing that in a 140. Then there's a few at the bottom where it's like complete dungeons as a ninja, complete dungeons as an outlander. These are great for starting out because it will give you a hero, but it's like uncommon. But the candy's nice, so I'd recommend it for the candy. Now, there are a few repeatable quests. So Earn Your Keep is a repeatable quest. So destroy 100 urns. Urns are just the gold things in the dungeons that drop weapons, ammo, gold, that type of thing. By the way, the gold that you get in the dungeons, you get that as gold. Something I probably should have mentioned earlier. The gold coins, should have gameplay here so you can see what it is, but gold coins that you get for the urns, chests, what else can you get it from? The mini bosses, the actual final boss, all of that will just give you gold. That is gold in your pocket for free. You're welcome. So, yeah, but the urns, you can get 100 per mission. Honestly, I thought it was quite a lot, and I was going to try do it once every 2 missions. But when I've done some missions today, not even going out of my way that much to get these, just with an SMG or a rifle is the easiest way I find. Obviously, you can use lefty and righty or going commando. We'll get to the tips and tricks and stuff for that. But I find it easier just than SMG because it's just, you'd have to start an ability, it reloads fast. But yeah, however you want to do that. That's an extra 100 candy every dungeon you do. if you manage to get 100. If you're playing multiplayer and everyone gets 25 each, it's 1/4 as easy. It's 4 times as easy. However you want to think about that, I guess. Next, we have mini bosses. So this is repeatable as well. 150 candy for 5 mini bosses. So sometimes I run past the mini bosses, but I'll probably try kill them now. I mean, with going commando, it's easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's easy. Finally, for the repeatable ones, there might actually be another one. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if this is. It doesn't say repeatable, but eliminate 5 mimics. No, this won't be repeatable. You get 500 candy. I'm on 2 out of 5, but again, if you look out for mimics, you will get 500 candy for getting 5 of those. I believe if you destroy the floor of a chest that's a mimic, or the chest itself, it will turn into a mimic. You know, unlike normal chests where you have to search it or else it gets destroyed. I believe you can just destroy it and it works that way. Deplete 6 dungeon rifts. Again, not a repeatable, sorry, but 250 candy, 250 gold. I don't actually know what these are. Apologies. I don't know if they pertain only to high level dungeons or the labyrinth or something, but I don't know what it is. And I haven't seen one, and I don't have any yet. So if someone can let me know what that is, I have no idea. Daily Dungeon Pro, so they start out with less on these. I think there might be one for doing 3, which gives less candy. And then if you do 6 of those, you get 500. And then at 10, you get another 500 candy, 250 gold, and a banner, which is nice. And there might be some more in between, you know, little ones like the Dungeoneer Outlander type quests for you to do, but you know, that is a lot of stuff, a lot of candy, a lot of gold, and if that's not motivation to do it, then I don't know. I mean, if you're in endgame, you probably don't need this stuff, I guess, right? Like, you know, on my main account, I don't grind this, but on my alt account, I am playing this every day, pretty much, because it's beautiful gold and candy, which is awesome stuff. Now, before I forget, I just want to go to the collection book because this is a bit more niche. If you go to the event schematics and then we go to Fortnite Maze, you will see the jack-o'-lantern here. Now, you can't research this. You can't get this from a quest. The way to get this is if we go to event people, same category, so Fortnite Maze. It's not in event people. Where is it? Oh, I clicked expansion people, my bad. Event people. And then we go to Fortnite Maze again, all the way down. No, this is the wrong place. Where is it? Costume party attendees. We'll get there eventually. You can see for all of these, if you put all 3 in, at the top right hand corner of them each, it will say how many you have out of 3. It will give you rewards. So 3 uncommon, no, so 3, sorry. Wow. I am just bad at this. I should probably just retire from YouTube. 3 common Husk cosplayers will give you an uncommon survivor, and then as you work your way up, you'll get, you know, for doing 3 green, you'll get a blue, for doing 3 blue, purple, and then, yeah, you get it. But then, for the legendary cosplayers, which we actually got the last one, what a beautiful timing, we just got that from opening the llamas. Let's put him in, put the troll in, and now you will see, we're going to get the Chef's Kiss, the beautiful weapon, not the best launcher in the game, but it is very good, and I love the sound. The Jacko launcher. Now this, I believe, is the only way to get the Jacko launcher, and I think you can only ever get 1 copy of it. It does have a slot in the collection book that we just showed before, but I personally recommend keeping it out. I mean, the collection book rewards aren't really, like, crazy, but the Jacko launcher, the sound it makes is just, it's just beautiful. Sorry, I just wanted to go on a bit of a tangent for that. But yeah, there you go. That's all the stuff that you get from dungeons. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you made it through and found it useful. If you did, please do let me know in the comments if there's anything you think I missed, if your favorite part, like, just give me anything. I love it. So thank you so much for watching though. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you in some of those individual guides or the hero loadouts we'll get for them. But if not, I'm sure I'll see you in a stream or something. Cheers, and see you later.